Welcome to That's Good for Footy. We used to be a live and interactive footy panel show. This is where the fans used to meet the players and the players used to meet the fans. None of that will be happening for a little while, but in the meantime, I'm still able to give you access to the players via this medium. This show was already described as not being your typical footy panel show. Now it's definitely not. So let's get on with it. This is our 7th HOMEISO show with Damo. If you could please welcome to the show a big part of St Kilda's resurgence towards the top 8. He was born on the 18th of August 1995. He's played a total of 107 games and kicked a total of 77 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2014. When he plays for the St Kilda Football Club, he wears the number 15 on his back. Could you please welcome to the show, Jack Billings?
Hey, thanks, Damo. Great to be here.
Great to have you here, mate. There you go, St Kilda theme song playing in the background.
Yeah, we didn't get to hear that. We didn't get to hear that round one.
No,
unfortunately. So, yeah, hopefully at some stage this year.
Yeah, exactly, mate. I just wanted to say it just off the top, mate. Thanks for allowing us into your home. Thanks for allowing us to actually be able to have a chat with you and let the St Kilda fans know a little bit more about you, which is what we're going to do today. I just wanted to ask you before I get stuck in, how are you going with everything? How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's been obviously an interesting sort of couple of weeks now. It's obviously sort of out of everyone's control, and yeah, it's been very weird not going to the club each day. Then obviously getting to the start of the season, playing the first game, and then shutting up. So yeah, it's been interesting, but yeah, I've sort of the last few days I've just sort of tried to sit down and sort of set some goals and sort of have a bit of structure to the days and also the weeks, because we sort of don't know how long we're going to be stuck at home, isolated. So
that's it.
Yeah, it's been good. I've taken a fair bit of gym equipment, back home and set up a little gym inside. So it's been good. And then luckily we're still able to train at the moment with, I think it's one other teammate. So
okay. Still
running and kicking the footy about 3 times a week, which is good. And then I'm doing uni as well, and I've taken up another uni subject. So.
Mate, we're going to have to stop you there because that's just about the end of the show. You've answered all the questions I'm actually going to be asking you as well, which is really good. But no, that's good.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, exactly. But I obviously just wanted to find out how you're going and how you're dealing with it. So thanks for explaining it. What I also just wanted to do for the fans who are out there, the reason we're actually doing this show is not to trivialise or sensationalise what's actually going on, but it was just a way of being able to give a little bit back to the fans and do it through connection, because home isolation is probably doing a lot of people's heads in at the moment, and I think if we can just put a little bit of sanity into that by doing this, not that these shows have ever been described as being sane, but that's what it's all about. So let's get stuck into it, mate. Let's have a little bit of fun. We're going to do it with our first segment. It's called The Big Picture.
Pictures of you, pictures of me, part of your wall.
All right, this segment is proudly brought to you by The Big Picture people, the experts in home cinema. Now let's get the big picture on what's happening and just how it makes you feel, Jack. I wanted to ask you a couple of questions. We have to go back a little bit in time here. It feels like we're probably... I'm starting to get what all those people that don't have a lot going on in their lives and want to get on reality television shows, like Big Brother or something like that, when they go into the house and they say you lose all track of time. We're all feeling that at the moment because you really do lose track of time. You don't know what day it is and what am I supposed to be doing today and how do I get structure back into what's going on. So I need to go back a little step and just ask you, what was it like for you? What were you thinking about when you were driving to the ground for round one?
Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, I think we'd had a week or two already to sort of realise that the fans weren't going to be there. So I think for me that wasn't something I was too worried about or thinking about on the way to the ground. I just remember treating it as round one, start of the year, and at that stage, I just assumed the season was going to keep ticking along. And the AFL spoke about hopefully getting whether it was 5 games in a short amount of time, 3 weeks or whatever it was. So I think I was more thinking about the different scenarios that might be coming.
Yep.
But yeah, I remember just going to the game and just treating it as normal. And when I was actually playing, it's funny speaking to all the guys after the game. You actually don't really notice the crowd much when you're on the ground playing. During general play and stuff like that, it was quite normal. But it's obviously after goals and stuff is when you hear the fans and the big roars and stuff like that. So that was probably the strangest part. But
Yeah, right.
yeah, it was for me. It was just sort of business as usual.
Yeah, okay. For you, what was it like running up the race? You know, normally you'd come up the race, you'd be there, the banners would be there, the crowd would start to roar. You come up, there's nothing. Give us your sense.
Yeah, and that's another part of when you do realise that all the fans and all the noise they make, and you get the goosebumps as you walk up the race, and a lot of energy going through the body. It was obviously a lot different.
Absolutely. Give us an overall feeling. I need to paint the picture here with you. Once the ball's held up by the umpire, the roar goes because the siren goes in the background. He blows the whistle, bounces the ball, and you're into it. What? Oh, okay, we're playing football right now. What was that feeling like?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, it just felt normal for me.
Yeah.
And probably as the game went on a little bit, like we had a really good first half, and then fortunately we allowed North Melbourne, to their credit, they played really well and came back and ended up beating us. But like I said, you don't really notice, the crowd and everything when you're playing and during play. So once the ball's bounced, it was just sort of game on and a normal game really.
And the communication, what was that like? You could hear everything.
Yeah, that was probably the other thing. You could, the communication was really clear. I mean, often you can't really, depending on the atmosphere and whether it's a tight game, some of those big crowds at the MCG when it's 80, 90,000, you can barely hear your teammate next to you trying to communicate with you. But that was one of the positives. Actually, you could, the whole group and team sounded really loud and sounded felt well communicated. So it was good. It was very clear.
And the last one I wanted to ask you, this is just relating to everything that was in round one. How did you feel when the siren went at the end of the game? I know you guys lost to North Melbourne, but what was it feeling like for you?
Yeah, it was strange. It was probably, obviously first I was a bit shocked because, we lost and we let them come back. And then, probably disappointed, but obviously because it was very, it was pretty quiet and a bit eerie at certain stages. So it was a bit strange, and there was not too much emotion from sort of everyone on the ground. And then it was probably because we played on the Sunday, and it was when Gil came out and announced that the season was going to be postponed. We quickly realised once we got back into the change rooms what was going on, and it was fun. From that point onwards, because all these other things now came into play, and you barely thought about the game and what actually happened.
Yeah, I'm with you. And again, I apologise up front if I'm going to be asking you a question that you've nearly given the answer to, but we'll go through it anyway. Now that the decision has been made to postpone the season, are you optimistic that you'll get to play anything again in 2020? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm really optimistic. Obviously, I love playing footy. Love the game, and obviously love playing with all the boys. So I'm really optimistic, and it's sort of at the moment, motivation for training and stuff like that. It's something that's you got to use and get you going a bit to hopefully see a season at some stage in the near future. When that is, I guess that's what's up in the air. So
absolutely.
We'll just wait to see. But definitely, whether it is the back end of the year, the last 3 or 4 months of the year,
fingers crossed, brother. Fingers crossed.
Be very keen for that.
I understand. Hey, what did you think of the reduced quarters? 16 minutes. How did that play out? You enjoyed that?
Yeah, I liked it. It was something different.
Yeah.
It's funny. I still liked what it was, like the normal length quarters, but obviously it's about the fans, and the game is a spectacle. So bring it forward, bring the quarters forward a little bit. I'm fine with, but I did notice that I pulled up a lot better.
Yeah, right.
After the game, so if they do, have 4 or 5 day turnarounds when the season comes, I think it'll be manageable.
Good. Where were you? I know that you just alluded to the fact that Gil had made the announcement, but exactly where were you when you found out the season was postponed? Were you all together as a collective group, or were you on your own? What was that?
Yeah, we were all together. We were just in our meeting room, in the change rooms at Etihad. So, sort of our head of footy, Simon Lethlean, sort of got up and told us, and it was obviously a lot of questions, and not many answers at that stage. So it was all a bit strange.
Yeah, and the last thing I wanted to ask you about that is, can you remember the looks on people's faces, like your teammates around the room, when you looked at each other and went, "Wow, man, this is all happening."
Yeah, I think it was just everyone was just a bit stunned. I think.
Yeah.
And a few of us got together Sunday night and had a bit of a fire and a few beers and just sort of had a good chat and
good.
just like a lot of us were sort of like, what are we going to do with ourselves? So it was interesting.
Which brings me to this question: where is your focus with footy at the moment? What do you?
Yeah, I think for me at the moment, and probably all our guys, we're just our bodies and maintaining our fitness. And you've done a big pre-season, 5-6 months of work, and you sort of don't want to lose that. So you just got to keep training hard and ticking along. And I think the other part is that most people know out there that during this time doing exercise makes you feel so much better. And
absolutely
getting out and doing as much as you can each day actually has a big impact on the mental side of things as well.
For sure, absolutely. Now, just from a personal level, mate, and we have probably touched on a couple of these subjects, but what's your exercise routine at the moment? How are you keeping fit? I know you alluded to the fact you've got some gyms from the club, or you got some stuff from the gym at the club.
Yeah, so I've got a bit of a gym set up inside here, so sort of in there most days, so 4 or 5 times a week, and then running with one other teammate sort of 3 or 4 times a week, so
cool.
sort of every second day.
Yeah.
I was down at the Oval this morning and, we're going to do the social distancing. So 1.5 metres apart when we were running, so it was all good. And it's good to keep moving. And we had a good kick at the end, which is important. And then I've also got a watt bike that I got from the club as well. So jumping on the bike for a bit of extra conditioning a few times a week as well.
It was interesting. It looked like it was a bit of free-for-all, whereas they showed on 7 and 9 News with everybody coming out with pieces of equipment. Yeah. Hang on, we've just built our ESEA park and now everyone's taking everything out of the gym. It was quite ironic.
Well, it was funny because, once we heard that we had to get out of the club, we, our weights coach had all our names and had a list, and we had to, go up to him and tell us what we're taking, because he didn't want us when it's all back and up and running. He doesn't want us to keep the equipment at home, so we'll have to return it. So
this always remains the property of. I get it.
Yeah.
Hey, what else are you doing to keep sane, mate?
Yeah, like I touched on before, I'm doing uni at the moment, so I just do one subject a semester with footy. So that's been the sort of thing I've done sort of since I've left school, and one subject's pretty manageable with all the commitments with footy. So I took up another one, so doing 2. Doesn't sound like much, but it's double the work.
Yeah, right. What are they, mate? What are the subjects you're doing? You're allowed to divulge?
Yeah, so one of them's HR strategy. So I'm doing a business course, majoring in management. The first one's HR strategy, and the second one I just enrolled in was not-for-profit marketing.
Oh, great. Excellent. All right. Well, they'll work. Yeah, they'll work hand in hand as you move forward. That's good. Do you have enough of the essentials at home with you at the moment? Who's been doing the shopping?
So my partner, Sarah, she actually normally lives at home, but my housemate, Ben Patton, who's in his 3rd year now, all the Saints supporters would know him.
Yes.
He's a country boy, so he's gone home. So I'm on my own, and so I said, Sarah, you probably have to come live with me, because I don't want to be by myself.
That's it, yeah.
So it's been good. So Sarah's actually been doing the shopping. So we're all good.
One of the prerequisites is I'm happy for you to come and stay, but you've got to go and do the shopping.
Yeah. Oh, we've sort of been doing it together, but she's all over it. So
beautiful. Well done.
But I have noticed, I don't know if you've been to the supermarket recently, I've noticed that a lot of the things that they're running out of, they're starting to get a lot more of. I've seen toilet paper a few times since I've...
Oh, no. How much of a shock is it when you walk in and you see toilet paper? You go, oh, this is amazing. Can't believe we've come to that. I wanted to just ask you, who's doing the cooking as well? You share that, or is Sarah like the one that is puts on the chef's hat?
Sort of sharing it at the moment. She obviously still lives at home with her family, so she's she hasn't really had to cook that much over the journey. So I'd say I'm probably doing more of it. But the last couple of days, she's actually cooked. So
cool.
Yeah.
All right.
We normally whoever cooks, the other person has to clean up and do the dishes. So
I like that. I like that.
Sort of share the job.
Yep, we have a routine like that in this household, don't we, Sandra? Yeah. Okay. Hey,
Who does the cooking?
I do.
Yeah.
What does a daily routine look like? Is there one at the moment outside of football and outside of exercise? What's your daily routine?
Well, sort of the routine is been involving the training. So sort of get up and do a couple of hours, whatever I've got that day, and then I've actually got with another subject. I've got a bit more work, so I've got a couple of assignments due next week. Essays. So the last few days I've actually just been doing a bit of uni work and stuff like that.
Wow.
I'm trying to get outside as well and do a bit of gardening as well, a bit of watering of the grass and stuff like that.
Have you got much space in your backyard, Jag?
I've actually. Yeah, I've got the pool and then a little bit of grass, so it's not too bad.
All right, so good. Are there any chores around the house you've decided to do, or are there things that you've been instructed to do by those that tell you what to do?
It's funny you say that.
Yeah.
So Sarah, I've got a couple of rooms. One of them set like a living room, and the other one my bathroom. There's sort of like a feature wall. It's like a darker colour, and me and Sarah have been speaking about sort of just potentially giving it a little bit of a paint and just a bit more of a lighter colour because it just gives off a bit of a darker feel in the two rooms. So I went to Bunnings just before and was having a look at some colours. So
beautiful.
That's a domestic chore that we'll probably do in the next few days.
Excellent. All right. Have you been doing any jigsaws, playing games, playing cards, Xbox, PlayStation, anything like that? Are you into any of those things as well?
Not really.
No?
I played a few board games on the weekend. I went back and saw the family, which was good.
Right.
But I've been watching a few TV series as of late, so it's been good.
That's what I was about to get onto. What about your streaming services? Are they getting a workout? What are you watching at the moment?
I'm watching the cricket one. The test.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so I've got a couple of episodes to go, and that's been really good.
Okay.
I love my cricket, so I've enjoyed that.
Good. All right.
And, then that new, you've probably heard of it, the Tiger Show.
Everyone's talking about that at the moment. The Tiger King, isn't it?
Yeah, Tiger King.
Yeah.
We watched the second episode last night, so...
And what's your take on it thus far?
Yeah, it's good. It's very interesting.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Pretty interesting characters on there, but I don't mind it.
Yeah, good.
Apparently it's going to get better and better, so me and Sarah are only 2 episodes in.
But I've heard the same
thing. Have you watched it?
I haven't yet, but I think I will. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'm looking forward to just chilling out on the couch as well. What the other thing I wanted to ask you, what's the one thing you'll never take for granted again?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think just probably like the job that I have.
Good.
Already, I feel that when I get back, won't take it for granted, and I think it's been this situation that we're in at the moment that makes you realise how lucky we are, and just to make the most out of your career, then also to keep giving back to the club.
Great answer, mate. Thanks. I love it. Is there anything you've decided to take up or complete, like a book, a language, a hobby, learning to play an instrument? I know you've taken up studies, but anything of those other aforementioned things there?
Not really. A few of the boys have bought some guitars the last couple of days.
Okay.
So, I think a few of the guys at the club are trying to learn the guitar, which is interesting. Nothing in particular.
No hobbies.
I've just started reading Neil Danaher's book.
Oh, okay.
So, mate, it's been really good. So I'm really enjoying that. So,
awesome.
maybe a bit more time to read. Yeah.
Excellent. And my last question in this little segment: how are you sleeping currently?
Pretty good.
Okay. Like some people are probably tossing and turning, stressing out a little bit, but you're comfortable with everything and getting a good night's sleep and feel well rested as well.
Yeah, touch wood.
Yeah, all right, good on you. All right, well, that's our first segment, mate. The segment was called The Big Picture. It's proudly brought to you by The Big Picture people, the experts in home cinema. If you're currently in self-isolation, which is what we all should be, why not enjoy watching TV on a big screen? The Big Picture people are the experts in home cinema, located in north, south, east and west of Melbourne, South Morang, Cheltenham, Hoppers Crossing, Water Gardens, and for our friends in Queensland on the Gold Coast. There we go. Put your hands together for Jack Billings.
Pictures of you, pictures of me, all part of
Thanks so much, mate. That was beautiful. Really enjoyed it. I just want to do this one for the fans that are not familiar with you. Give them a little bit of insight into who you are. It's called What About Me?
Yeah.
Beauty, mate. Here we go. Where did you grow up, Jack?
I grew up in Melbourne, so
Yep.
just Melbourne boy, and grew up in Kew.
Q. There you go. Who did you grow up barracking for, mate?
I was an Essendon supporter.
Essendon supporter, probably the hence the reason why you're reading Neil Danaher's book. Who was your favourite footballer when you were growing up?
I loved James Hird, but I'd probably say Matty Lloyd was my favourite.
Okay, all right. What's your frame of mind before a game of footy, Jack? Are you relaxed? Are you anxious? Are you nervous? Are you calm? Which one are you?
I'd say I'm pretty calm and focused. So
Calm and focused.
Yeah, I know. Night before and the day of the game at home, I'm lock my own space and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I get excited for games, so I'm pretty calm.
Yeah, good. All right, mate. What were you doing before footy came along?
In terms of when I was younger,
Yeah.
I was just at school, just a everyday kid, just loved all sports and loved hanging out with their mates and stuff like that.
Were you thinking of a career path when I talk about it from a non-sporting side? Were you thinking about?
Oh, not specifically.
No.
If I'm being honest, I was probably just always hopeful that I'd get drafted as I sort of came up through the ranks.
Yeah.
So
Good, mate.
But I guess because I do uni at the moment, I'd probably do something in the business sort of area if I wasn't playing.
Yeah, good. All right. Do you have a pet there with you, Jack?
No, I don't. No, I've still got my family dog at home,
Okay.
and Macca. He's 15 in July. And,
Oh, wow.
yeah, he's getting on. He's got cataracts now and can't really hear. So
Hey. Yeah, right.
yeah, he's doing all right though.
All right, good. Can you tell me the best game of footy that you've ever played? Is there a game that springs to mind? Can be junior career, can be an AFL game. Is there one that just goes, bang, that's the one?
In terms of just
Just
how I played.
Yeah,
or
how
the
you
result?
played. How you played. Maybe it could have been how the team performed, but generally in this instance, it's just asking you from a personal level. Is there a game that sort of stands out?
We won a few premierships growing up for junior footy.
Yeah.
When I was younger, and there's one grand final there where I was, I had a pretty good day, and we won by 8 goals or something. So that probably stands out. And in terms of best ever impact on a game, I had a few games when I was a junior and stuff like that where got a fair bit of the footy and stuff like that.
Yeah, good. I like that. Here's your last one for this little segment. What's the one food you're going to miss eating during this period? Is it
Miss eating?
Yeah.
That's a great question because one of my hobbies is going for breakfast and lunch at cafes and all around the area and stuff like that, and even going out for dinner really. I've realised since I've obviously been in isolation how much I do go out for meals and stuff like that. But
is there a favourite restaurant, a particular type of cuisine that you actually really love?
Yeah, there's a fair few, but probably I would say Japanese.
Yes.
And, there's a Japanese place called Samurai in Hawthorne on Glenferrie Road. It's outstanding.
Wow.
Highly recommend it.
All right.
And can't wait to go back there whenever that is.
We were actually talking, Sandra and I were talking about this as well in relation to the food that we're going to miss, and Japanese is top of the list. Our favourite place is a place called Kampai down on Chapel Street in South Yarra. So I know how you're feeling. I can't wait to get back there and get that taste in my mouth. Yeah, that'll be beautiful. All right, mate, that was our segment, What About Me? Thank you. We're going along swimmingly here, Jack. We've only got a couple of segments to go. What I wanted to do now, mate, is just this is a segment where I'm just going to ask you a particular question. You've played it before. What you can do is just answer it with one word, or you can go into long-winded answers if you want. I'll introduce the segment. It's called What Can I Say? All right. You enjoying yourself so far?
It's been great.
Excellent. This segment, What Can I Say? Which one of these things gets you pumped the most before a game, Jack? Is it the smell of deep heat, fresh cut grass, pulling on the jumper, strapping on the boots, a footy in your hands, or the sound of the crowd?
Probably putting on my jumper.
Putting on the jumper. Beautiful. Do you like running through the banners?
Yeah, I think it's good.
Okay, good.
Good tradition.
Yeah, good tradition. One word to describe St Kilda supporters.
Loyal.
Loyal, beautiful. Which AFL club do you dislike the most?
That's tough.
Why, because there's so many, or?
Yeah, pretty much. I'll say Collingwood.
Collingwood, all right, that'll do. In the future, would you prefer to play in a day or a twilight grand final?
Day.
If you were to describe yourself as a car, what sort of a car would you be?
I don't know, Ferrari.
Yeah, right on. Go with it, mate. I love it. Who's the funniest bloke at the club?
Jimmy Webster.
Jimmy Webster, all right. Who's the most manicured down at the club?
I'm going to say Josh Battle.
Josh Battle, all right. Who was a bit tight with their money at the St Kilda Football Club?
Dalton Langlands.
I love it dobbing him in. Don't worry, mate. They'll never see this. This is fantastic. Who down at the club has got the most swagger?
Brad Hill.
Brad Hill. He's come looking like he's all net, mate. That's he's
carry on.
He's a polished unit. What does an AFL footballer mean to you? What does being an AFL footballer mean to you?
It's a privilege and very lucky.
Good on you, mate. What is your favourite ground to play on around Australia apart from the MCG?
Well, it's a good question. I'd probably say down in Tassie, Launceston.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good. Yeah, all right.
In terms of surface, that is the best surface you'll play on. But in terms of like ground and atmosphere, Adelaide Oval.
Yeah, right. University of Tasmania, I think they call that one now, and it's
promoting Launceston.
It's just beautiful. The grass is just pristine green. Yeah, very nice.
So good.
Playing for the St Kilda Football Club is?
A privilege.
Excellent. What's better, mark or goal of the year?
I'm going to say mark.
All right, good. Who does their hair the most at the club?
That's a good question. A few guys might say me, actually. I'm going to say Josh Battle again.
Josh Battle again. Who would be most likely to drop their name at the door of a nightclub in order to gain free entry?
Jade Gresham.
Jade Gresham. All right. Who is the most famous person you've ever met?
Warney. Shane
Warney. Yeah, good.
Actually, Eric Banner.
Oh, beautiful. Love it. Even better. Yeah. Fantastic.
A couple of great Saints men.
Yeah, aren't they just? Who's the most famous person you have in your phone?
Probably you, mate.
I love this, boy. You're coming back on more and more. Oh, that's brilliant. If only it were true. Oh, no. Hey, what is the one thing you're going to miss the most out of this isolation period?
Probably what we spoke about before, just going to the cafe for a brekkie or lunch, and even going out for dinner for feeds and catching up with mates.
Yeah, good, mate. Excuse me, what do you think when you see a poster or merchandise of yourself?
Always check to see how my hair's looking.
It's true. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Here's your last one. What is your reaction when you see a kid with your number on their back?
Oh, it's a nice feeling, and I think I always just think of like myself when I was that age, and it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's fantastic, mate. Brilliant. Loved all your answers. That was our segment called What Can I Say? That's beautiful, mate. Thank you so much.
No worries.
All right. This is our last little segment that we're going to go through here, mate. It's gone nice and quick.
Yeah.
What I want to do here, or what I have done during the week, is I've got people from the St Kilda Football Club to send in questions that they would like to ask you via Facebook. And I've taken those questions and then I'm going to ask them to you now. What we're going to do is there'll be 3 questions. The question that you like the most, we're going to give them a football. All right?
Yep.
So I'll ask the 3 questions. You nominate the one you like the most and we'll get that out to them. So the 3 questions are, the first one is from Michelle Louise. She wants to know, who is the one person you would not want to be stuck in home isolation with? I presume from the St Kilda Football Club, yeah.
Good question. I'd probably say Dan Henry.
We won't ask why. We'll just go. All right.
I'll just say he can talk. He just doesn't shut up.
Right.
So yeah, he would. I think he'd chew both my ears off. So having said that, though, he'd be very amusing. So it'd be good as well.
Yeah. Okay. It's got its pros and its cons.
Yeah.
Very good. This question is from Chrissy Forless. She wants to know, what is your pre-match meal before a game?
Is that on the day of the game?
Yeah. Well, I think so. I mean, I've taken it as a pre-match meal would be like leading up to your game. Yeah.
So the night before, I always just sort of have pasta, just a big carb load, and get me ready for the next day. Then the morning of the game, I have Wheat Bix with a bit of banana and honey, and then a few pieces of toast. And then if we play in the afternoon, I'll probably just have like a light lunch. So a couple of sandwiches, Vegemite sandwiches, something light on the stomach. So yeah. Okay,
good. And here's your last question. This is from Marcus Calver. He wants to know, how much contact are you having with the club in regards to diet and exercise?
Yeah, it's a really good question. We've got we're having a lot of contact. To answer the question, we've got various WhatsApp groups that have been very active over the period already. So we get sent out our training program for the week, and then just some tips around diet and all the stuff we need to get done during the week. So the communication's been really good, and
that's great.
So it leaves guys very clear with what we have to sort of do.
That must give you a lot of comfort, to be honest, Jack, eh?
Yeah, definitely. And, all the staff have been awesome. Starting at Rats as the coach all the way down, phone calls, everyone's, chatting on the phone each day. So we're staying connected, and, we've got stuff like the Zoom chats and stuff like that are going on.
Yeah.
In different groups, in our line group. So mids, forwards, backs once a week. And,
wow.
Coaches are speaking to players regularly, and there's also in the players group a lot of banter going on at the moment, so it's been good.
I can imagine. That is so good to have that kind of connectivity. Football clubs have always been renowned for that, and you guys are so privileged to be in a situation where people are constantly looking out for you and showing you, the kind of attention that's required. So that's great, mate. Which question did you like out of those 3?
Well, they're all great. Probably the third one, that last one.
Beautiful. That's that question. That was the best question from this week. That's going to go out to Marcus Calver. So well done, mate. You've got that. Thanks for that, and thanks for our friends at Buffalo Sport. Thanks for participating in that, Jack. What we're going to do now, we'll just we'll tag out with that one if we can. Beautiful. That was Knowing Me, Knowing You with Jack Billings. Got a couple of good questions out of that. What I wanted to do now, Jack, is when we've normally got you on the show, we'll get you to put your hand into the barrel because we would run a raffle. What we're doing here is we're doing a raffle that consists of 4 prizes. The first prize is a That's Good for Footy Hamper World Hamper. The people that win it can either get it in any of the teams. So if you want the St Kilda one, the person that wins is, well done. It's valued at $150. Second prize is the signed footy, which is normally on the desk. And the third and fourth prizes are the 2 footballs on either right-hand side of me. The prizes will be held on to, and then we'll get them out to everybody when all this craziness is over. But if you want to get on, you can purchase your tickets, $2 each or 6 for $10. Get on to www.that'sgoodforfooty.com.au raffle / and purchase your tickets. Purchase them anytime you want. Because, as I said, everybody will go into the draw and then we pull out the random winners. So if I could get you to reach in and pull out the first winner. Well done. All right, our first winner, the prize of the hamper goes to Rachel Richardson. She's won it. So congratulations, Rachel. We're very happy for you. We'll be in contact with you. We'll get you the information via an email. Second prize is a game-sized football. That goes out to Robin Burno. Congratulations, Robin. You've got that. Yay! Jack's giving you the thumbs up. Third prize goes out to Debbie Herod. She's also won a junior footy. And the fourth prize, which is the other junior footy, goes to Jessica Lansdowne. Yay! Well done. Beautiful. These shows are recorded in front of no one from my home here in Melbourne. If you would like to know more, then get onto the That's Good for Footy website, www.that'sgoodforfooty.com.au. Here you'll find all things related to That's Good for Footy. You can donate, you can purchase raffle tickets, sign up, or even shop in the That's Good for Footy merchandise shop. All those links will be obviously on the That's Good for Footy Facebook page. Now, can I please get you to put your hands together? This will come from Sandy. And can you please thank Jack Billings from the St Kilda Football Club?
Thanks, guys.
That was bloody awesome. Well done, mate. I just wanted to say, Jack, just on a personal note, thanks so much for your time. I really appreciate you allow me into your home, into your life. I don't want to encroach. I didn't want to impose. You're more than willing to give up your time and speak to the St Kilda fans. I can't thank you enough for that. Is there anything you want to say to the St Kilda fans while you got the chance?
Firstly, I'll just thank you, mate, just for all the work you've been doing. And
thank you.
Yeah, during this time, you've still been able to, put these shows on and give a bit of positivity and, enjoyment and entertainment back to all the fans. So you're doing a great job.
Thanks, brother. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me on. Really enjoyed it. And then, just to all the Saints fans out there and, even everyone out there in the community, just to, keep isolated. Wash your hands and, just keep listening to, the rules and regulations from the government and stuff like that, and stay safe and all the best. All
the best, Jack. You're a wonderful person. You were one of the first Saints fans that Saints players that I wanted to get in contact with and get you on the show. I've loved having you on the live shows. I've equally loved having you on this one, even though we're not together, where I can see you and that's put a smile back on my face. So thanks heaps, mate. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to see you back out in the field playing again when all this is over. Just thanks for everything, mate. You take care of yourself. Look after Sarah. Make sure everything's good in the home. And just look after yourself, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, thanks a lot, mate.
Good on you, buddy. Take care.
Appreciate it.
See you, buddy. All right, there you go. The That's Good for Footy panel shows would not be possible without the support of the following sponsors. These sponsors would not be able to continue without your support. They do not give us any funding in relation to the shows. They just give us prize content, and for this I say thank you. The Big Picture people, the experts in home cinema, the Cheesecake Shop Baked In Store, Big Swing Golf, the ultimate indoor golf experience, Hog's Breath Cafe, Australia's Steakhouse, Burley Seacombe, your first stop for AFL merchandise, Buffalo Sports, a recognised name in sport since 1972, The Framing Queen, quality, affordable framing, The Comics Lounge, Australia's premier comedy venue, Ozcarts Racing, the only place to race, BrokerrocheR, helping you make an impression. Now, I've incorporated a new segment into the show. This segment is called Help.
And open up the doors. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down.
Now, Help is basically an opportunity for businesses to get in contact with us here at That's Good for Footy, and we'll help promote your business on the show. We know it's tough out there and we want to help. You can get involved in any number of ways. You can be a segment sponsor or a prize sponsor within the show, just like some of the sponsors that I just read out before. It's easy to get involved. Simply go to the That's Good for Footy website, go to the Contact Us page and let us see what we can do for you. Okay, well that's it. Cheers to everyone out there. Be kind, be considerate, be polite, and please be respectful of others. You've been watching the That's Good for Footy panel show. My name is Damien. Thank you and good night. Cheers, everyone.